Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome to the Anything Goes podcast. I am your girl, Random Girl, and with me is
Kombat AllStar.
How are you guys doing?
Yeah, today we're going to talk about the new trailer that actually came out a little earlier today, right now, hours ago, and it's actually it's called The Legend of Tarzan, and it's a live-action Tarzan movie. So before we go ahead and talk about it, let's go ahead and show you guys.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so here goes.
The jungle consumes everything. It preys on the old, the sick, the wounded. It preys on the weak, but never the strong.
He is no normal man. He was thought to be an evil spirit, a ghost in the trees. No man ever started with less.
He's Tarzan. You're Jane. He'll come for you.
You are Lord of the Apes, King of the Jungle. Tarzan. Tarzan.
All right, so that was the trailer.
Yes, sir.
And what'd you guys think about it? Well, I guess they're not here to talk to us about what they thought about it, but
You can still ask them, what did you think about it?
yeah. So what did you think about it first?
Well, okay, to be honest, I like it. It looked really good as a movie, apart from Tarzan. But since they're calling it Tarzan, I didn't really like it. I didn't agree with it, and I don't think it's accurate. Combat was saying to me earlier that there was a black and white version, and I grew up in the 80s, so I only knew the Disney animated versions. So according to what I watched, it was inaccurate at all, because Tarzan wasn't known to be like a evil spirit or preying on the weak or anything like that. They didn't even know about him, because what was it? How it went initially was the family. I forgot what it was. So long since I seen it, but the family, I think, got lost in the jungle or something like that. And so I think they died, and then the baby was still alive, and then the gorillas raised him up, Tarzan, up to be part of their family and things like that. So it's centered around him, and then the gorillas, and there was this, I can't remember the big leader gorilla, but he was like he didn't like Tarzan because he was like, oh, you're a human, you're not part of the family, blah blah blah. And then later on there was a group of humans that I believe had wanted to get a lot of the gorillas because for money, poaching or whatever, and they found out Tarzan was there, and it was like a fight between Tarzan trying to protect his family. So that's what it centered around. And this seems like just something, I don't know, totally different. It feels, I just don't like it. It's very inaccurate. It seems like kind of like a Hollywood type movie. Like they turn it around and like make it their own. It just didn't seem accurate to me.
Okay. So my opinion on the movie, and I actually really liked it. I liked the trailer. I thought it was awesome. And I remember vaguely when I was a little kid watching the black and white version. Yeah. And there was the guy who actually played him was kind of cool. He actually lived with animals and stuff. So that was awesome. But aside from that, I mean, I thought it was amazing. It was actually really, really good. I'm not really like a Tarzan fan, but it looked, the cast was strong. The story looks like it's going to be strong. And like Random Girl was saying earlier, we were talking about it, and I remember I remember that the Disney version of Tarzan wasn't accurate to the original.
Yeah.
But I was having a hard time trying to figure out like what parts were inaccurate and what parts were, because I mean I literally saw this when I was like 3 or 4 years old. You know what I mean? So I don't. It's not as sharp as what I remember. So I did
the black and white, right?
Right. So I did a little research. And the original Tarzan was called Tarzan of the Apes. It was written by Edgar Rice Burroughs. And I'm checking it out here, and it looks like the differences was the original Tarzan was way darker. And he was more brutal. And let's see here. I'm just kind of skimming through what the comparison that I was able to find to kind of fill in the gaps that I don't remember. But looks like Tarzan fought to kill. He ate meat of people and and different animals, and it's really interesting. So it looks like this will be a lot accurate to the original Tarzan, to Edgar Rice Burroughs Tarzan, than Disney was. But I mean, Disney has a way of turning dark things into children's. Yeah. Like Cinderella, we all know, was written by the Brothers Grimm, and it was really dark with the sisters cutting off their toes and the things they used to do.
And you know what? And this is not to cut you off, Combat, but honestly, I didn't know. So this is new information for me, which is good, because, well, like Combat said as well, like they changed up a lot of things, Disney, and they make it a little bit lighter. I had no idea that there was, what is it called?
Tarzan of the Apes.
Tarzan of the Apes. I had no idea that was made. When was this made?
It was I don't even know.
Looks like probably 30s, 40s.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, so you learn something new every day. Yeah. I had no idea about the Tarzan of the Apes, so I guess, if they're staying true to Tarzan of the Apes, then it would make sense why he was dark. But it hurts my heart. I grew up, I grew up on Tarzan,
Rosie O'Donnell playing apes and stuff.
Yeah, so and as I said earlier, I was like, it doesn't look like a bad movie. It looked really good, and I'm actually going to see it. For me, it wasn't accurate to the Disney version of Tarzan. Right. But now I know.
And I know when I was younger, like I knew, like a lot. I mean, I've never read the book. You know what I mean? But I just know from the shows that I used to watch when I was a kid. Yeah. So Did
you see Samuel Jackson with his hairpiece? They always got him in something.
Stay with the hairpiece.
Always got a new hairpiece, man.
So look, and then Djimon Hounsou.
Djimon Hounsou, yeah. It looked like a very strong cast.
Right.
I forget the guy's name, but he was Clayton. I think he was supposed to be Clayton.
Oh, yeah. Clayton, the guy with the big gun.
I love this guy. Yeah, he was also on, he's in a lot of good movies, and I love him as an actor. It sucks that I can't remember his name right now. I'm sure I'll remember later. But he was in the movie with Brad Pitt, and what was the movie? They were like, yes, 999. Yes.
Oh, Inglourious Basterds?
Yeah, he was in that as one of the bad guys.
Yeah. So, I mean, it looks, I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, like I said.
So, with that being said, I mean, because I was already going to see it, but I was like, it's not accurate to the Tarzan that I grew up on. But now that I know, I was like, well, I was already going to see it because I knew it was going to be good. And
the comparison that I'm actually looking at right now, I'm going to post in the link below in the description so you guys can kind of take a look and see, the differences and everything. And it's not a long read, but it kind of covers, the differences in the characters, the differences in the plot, the differences in the actual, overall story and tone. So it's a really good, analysis of the original Tarzan and the Disney Tarzan. So you guys can go check that out. And
and they said it comes out next year. That should probably, I think it's gonna be a popular movie. And summer next year.
There's all these superhero movies coming out and everything, and it's really nice to see a really awesome looking movie that isn't, a superhero. So,
you know what I loved? It said also, not to cut you off, Combat, but it said from the director of Harry Potter and something else, which you know it's going to get a great feel. It's going to be a good movie because,
Well, I mean, even the tone that when we just watched the trailer together, the tone was just awesome. I mean,
the feel of it.
Yeah. Just it was like the darkness, and I felt like I was really in the jungle in Africa, and I was really, in the. I'm not sure when this takes place, when Tarzan takes place, but I felt like it was in that time. It was very, very King Kong-ish,
Exactly, which
Jack
is
Black's
good
King
because
Kong,
King Kong was definitely good, epic. I recommend you only see it once, probably every 10 years.
Yeah, it's one of those
because it's good,
like 3
but
hours,
it's too good.
Like,
it stresses you out.
It's one of those movies that you can only watch once. Once I feel like in a lifetime, but then after a few
once
years,
every decade.
Yeah, definitely. So
give it a break.
It was. I mean, like, and I know this movie takes place during that time, and for the life of me, I cannot remember what time that took place. Maybe if I had to guess, I'd say maybe the 40s.
Oh, what do you mean, King Kong? Or yeah, the way they were dressed and everything.
And they were dressed the same way in the Tarzan trailer that we just watched. So I know it takes place in the same time, but I just cannot for the life of me know what time it took place.
So earlier 1900s, we should say.
Yeah, early 1900s.
For some reason, I want to say 1800s. I don't know why, but we know it's earlier times.
Yeah.
And you know what I also love and I paid attention to? They had all different types and groups of people. You saw like the African tribal people, you know, and then you saw Clayton, and then you got to you met Jane, right? Her name is Jane. And then you saw Clayton, and then you saw there were a bunch of suits guys.
Right.
So I feel like you get to meet all these different types of personalities, which is going to come into the movie and make it awesome.
Did you catch at the end of the trailer when Tarzan was all civilized?
Sipping on the tea, yeah.
Yep, just like the original, and in the Disney one.
Yep.
So I mean,
you remember in black and white, yeah.
And I remember, and it was and also I'm just looking at it now. Like it looks like it did take place in the early 1900s.
Okay.
So that's how
it looks good. I feel like everybody's gonna go see it.
Yeah, everybody needs to go see it.
Yeah,
so,
it's a breath of fresh air for me.
And I really want more. I want more action movies like back in the day.
For sure. I would love to see a good action movie.
Stallone, I love you, brother. I love you, but I don't want to see a bunch of old people again going at it.
Yeah.
And another Expendables movie. He's doing good in Creed. I heard Creed was a phenomenal movie. I want to go check that out. And he directed it. And,
you know what? To me, to be honest, Sylvester Stallone is not the type of guy that overdoes anything. Like, he's a great writer and director.
That's true.
You know, and I feel like, I mean, who wouldn't want to see that strong cast that he put up for Expendables? It was great, you know. Yeah. But like Combo was saying, like I was just thinking that the other day, yesterday, so it's so funny he said that. I would love to see like a bundle of action movies like how they used to in the 80s and 90s. More specifically, since I'm a woman, I would love to see an action movie with a woman, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not Mila Jovovich.
Well, huh?
Is it
no,
Mila?
Yeah, for me, I liked her. I think she was good for Resident Evil, but we need a strong like woman heading an action movie.
Yeah.
You hardly ever get to
we
see
might
that.
get one with Roadhouse.
Roadhouse, what's that?
Movie that Ronda Rousey's redoing. I wish you guys could see her face. She's like, oh, not that one.
Moving on.
Yeah, but yeah. So I mean, you're right. He doesn't overdo anything. I do, you know. I like the. It's funny. We just saw Over the Top. Okay, so
dude, he's so awesome.
You guys are gonna be mad at me, all the people out there who love 80s stuff. But I never seen Over the Top. And I recently watched it last weekend on Netflix, and I was like, whoa, this movie is awesome. Yeah. I would want to see a sequel right now with him being an old man and his kid taking over the truck stop.
I don't think so. I don't think it's that strong.
I want to see it.
I don't think it's that strong that it would need that.
Man, I want to see it. I want to see some arm wrestling, and I want to see some broken arms.
We should create our own movie of, you know, arm wrestling. Me and Kombat actually did that after the movie. We were so enthused.
We were inspired.
And I actually put on my cap and I put it backwards and I was like, "Come on, Kombat!" And he cheated. He beat me because I was winning, right?
You know what? I went over the top. I went over the top.
No, he cheated.
I went over the top. And
I was winning. I was getting him. I was like, "Arr!" And then he cheated. And then he said, "Oh no, I just waited until you got tired out, and then I got you."
You should have saw. She put so much effort into it. I was like,
dude, I was winning.
I was like, let me let her, you know, get her a little shine on. So I let her get a little shine on, and I just buried her because that's what I do. I bury people.
Whatever. I was beating him, guys. Don't believe a word he says.
I come with the shovel. So anyway, what do you guys think of the Tarzan teaser?
Yeah, go check it out. It just came out tonight. Kombat said.
Well, I mean, they saw it with us. They watched it with us.
Oh, yep. I forgot. Yep, so, they did.
I mean, literally. You know, I threw this thing up in the podcast and we watched it together, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, we watched it together. We gave a little critique on it. So what do you guys think? I mean, do you like it? I will put the
I want Tarzan's hairstyle though.
I'll put the original trailer down in the description too to you know, advertise those guys because I just love WB and they do great stuff.
Oh, for sure. For like the longest time.
Oh yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and put that down there and give them a shout out on Twitter and everything.
That chumpy.
Yeah, what do you guys think about it? What did you guys think of it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Are you a big Tarzan fan?
Are you going to see it like us?
Did you like, I mean...
You know what? If you happen to see us, be like, yo, what up, Kombat Random girl? What's going on? I'm about to go see this Tarzan movie just like you. That's all I had to say about that. I'm sorry.
All right, so... like I was saying, what did you guys think about it? Let us know. We always like to talk to you guys. Of course, like them, subscribe, and share. And until next time.
Have a good night, folks.
See you later.
All right.